Hello, loves. Welcome back to WitchyMarlaina's Ghost Adventures. I'm your host, Witchy Marlaina. You didn't think it would be over. I know we're done with 50 states and 500 scariest places to visit, but I am so excited to be featuring a new book. The bibliophile in me said I needed something new and exciting to talk about. And guess what? I found it. This is Spooky Objects. Discovery of the world's most haunted objects. I am so excited to be featuring the items in this book. And we're going to start from the beginning. Today we are featuring an item called Amanda's Death Chair. Now, Amanda's Death Chair is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it was created around 1817. Now, let me give you some backstory on where this chair is located. And again, you know me, a sucker for architecture. I'm going to talk about the house. This is the Belleroy Mansion in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's most rich neighborhood, Chestnut Hill. And this is a grandiose 30-bedroom mansion that is 6,000 square feet of living space. It's on like 22,000 feet land. It's beautiful architecture. It was created by a carpenter in 1911, and lore says that he murdered his wife in the house. Ugh. So all of a sudden we know this house has got to be some sort of haunted or cursed or that sort of thing. In 1926, the Eastby family acquired the property. George Mead Eastby lived there until his dying day in 2005. So this house was in the family from 1926 all the way to 2005. Now, you got to understand, this place was a museum of antiques. Not just the chair that I'm going to discuss today, but it had a grandfather clock from Thomas Jefferson. It had silverware from the night of the Declaration of Independence signature where they had their grand feast. It had chandeliers and beautiful, awesome antiques. To cars, you name it, they had it. It was one of those things where George Eastby knew that his residence was haunted. His dad knew that it was haunted. It is what it is. He saw these ghosts and these apparitions as friends. Some of them include his mom, his uncle, his younger brother who passed away very early in life, like around 8 to 10 years old, named Stephen. He was kind of roaming around. But he had his great-grandfather, who was George Mead, big-time war hero in the Civil War. It's just, like, there's so much rich history just in this building alone. Now let's fast forward a little bit. George, before he passed, said that, like I said, these ghosts helped him out. His mom would kind of give him clues onto stuff that was kind of tucked away. It's insane. It's insane how the ghosts kind of helped him out, but he was afraid of a dark entity, and they called her Amanda. Amanda liked to hang out in the blue room. Now, in the blue room is this 200-year-old, wing-backed, ugly-looking, blue-flowered chair. Now, the chair is said to have been cursed. Now, Amanda was very violent. She wasn't like the passive ghosts, like the ghost of the old lady on the second floor, or, you know, the ghost of his family members. She was very, very violent, slamming doors, throwing things. Like she was just pissed. But she wasn't always an apparition. At times she was a red mist, very ectoplasmy, it would look like a fog in the blue room, but there wouldn't be any type of moisture to cause that, so it was just her. She liked to lure people to the blue room to have them sit in this chair, and the chair is known now as the chair of death because at least 4 people sat in the chair, had passed away either immediately in the chair or a few weeks after they sat in it. Case in point, the curator, Paul Kimmins, was just drawn to this chair. I don't know if Amanda lured him in or if he was just like, screw it, I'm going to sit in this chair. He sits in it, and not even 2 weeks later, he passes away. There was a housekeeper that was also drawn to the chair. She sat down in it, and she passed away in the chair and slumped over. So George was like, okay, we're not going to have anybody sitting on this chair anymore. So we would put tape over the arms to prevent anybody from sitting down in it. After all of this crazy crap has happened with people sitting in that chair. We don't know what happened to the chair. It's not in the mansion anymore. And of course, now that the mansion is not owned by the Eastbys anymore, a lot of the antiques were sold. But in 1992, the house was robbed. And we have a good feeling that the chair was one of the $200,000 worth of antiques that were taken from the mansion. So now I kind of wonder who else has been victim to this evil chair. Or maybe it was one of those things where the chair, once it was taken out of the house, maybe Amanda didn't have any hold on it anymore. Or she went with it. Who knows? But this chair was Napoleon Bonaparte's old chair. She had some sort of hold on it, and she was killing people when they were sitting in it. There you have it. Amanda's death chair in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for joining me on my ghost adventures. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I enjoyed reading about these objects, and I can't wait to share more of them from that book. Ghostly places just warm my heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.